Would you look who it is, guys? Guess who's in the news again? It's Alyssa Mercante, everyone's favorite failed gaming journalist. And she apparently was bragging today about streaming with a certain individual once again. And I have a few people already hitting me up with the, bro, just leave it alone. Don't talk about her anymore. And every time I hear that, I always follow up with, you don't have to listen. You don't have to watch these videos. This is important to get this context and information out there. So there's a bread trail of what happened and how we got to this point. And I like to be extremely meticulous when it comes to everything that happens along the way to keep people in touch with what's happening on the ground level and the things that I see from someone who is suing me. Again, I always come back to, she is the one suing me for harassment. And she doesn't like me talking about this kind of stuff because it makes her look really bad. So every time I talk about it, all she goes back to is, oh, he's talking about me again. Oh, he made another video about me again. It's more harassment that he's giving to me. It's like, no, I'm documenting all the shit you're doing via my videos, which would explain why you're trying to get my channel taken down so bad. Because if you get my channel taken down, then all the videos come down documenting your craziness come down with it. And the truth is really as simple as that. So I went to X and I said, Alyssa Mercante is currently suing me for harassment while playing a video game with someone who constantly harasses me and encouraged their followers to contact the cancer hospital where my wife works as a nurse. She is an awful person. I'm talking about Alyssa, not my wife, to be clear. Awful people stick together. And this is the first image here. It says, I heard Airbagged is playing Peak with me right now, like trying to be like funny or coy. I don't even know. And she quote tweeted herself saying, Manic Monday, babies. Get into all this goodness. Chatting game news, Roblox coverage. That sounds thrilling. Black Flag remake. Hassan on anti-Merc movement. Oh, that's what it is now, an anti-Merc movement. And then playing some footy. Get in here for the last day of Pride with a pride flag and a trans flag and that thing going on underneath. So for those of you who aren't in the know of who Airbagged is, and every time this comes up, he tries to deflect it, and he reacts to my videos quite often when I bring this up and tries to tell people that he didn't do this. I'd love to see him deflect this, unless he skips over this. This is Airbagged on X, who posted where my wife works and a link to the leadership team at the hospital there. Because, yeah, my wife is very involved with everything going on right now. Of course, she deserves to be fired or attacked as a cancer nurse, like literally saving lives on a daily basis, dealing with some of the most atrocious things I could ever imagine. And this is not to hold on. This is not to get the whole like YouTube sob story, like get the crocodile tears here. My wife does things that there's not enough money on this planet where someone could pay me to do it. She comes home crying sometimes. She'll have relationships with the patients that she garners and grows over the course of months, where they're inpatient, outpatient, come back in, get stem cells, things like this. And she forms a bond with these people. And at times they pass away. And it is like so raw and real. There are no words to describe the tragedy. And I don't know how she does it. Like on a daily basis too. I'm like, bro, like she gets paid pretty well. Don't get me wrong, but still, it ain't enough. It's not even close to enough for what it takes to do what she does. And I just want to provide that context for real life of what we actually deal with outside of all the fun and games of joking about the ridiculousness online and stuff like that. She deals with tangible real life situations with people in their families and passing away and dying and or living through chemotherapy and the challenges and struggles that you have with and the pain with all that. And the last thing I want is to her to be involved with bullshit drama online. She doesn't want anything to do with this shit. Like, she doesn't care. She's like, you can go do your thing, have at it. I know you love doing that. You have fun with it. She loves what she does. It's, I mean, different strokes for different folks in life. You know, like some people like doing what she does. Some people like doing what I do. It is what it is. My point being is she has nothing to do with anything. And meanwhile, we have Alyssa Mercante. Her first thing she did when she got upset at me was search her out, my wife, found her Facebook profile, and DM'd her a very long, unhinged rant that I've posted multiple times on smashjt.com, shown it for everyone to see just how crazy this bitch really is and what she said to my wife out of the blue about me. And my wife is just like, what is happening with your stuff over there? Like, this bitch seems pretty crazy. And I'm like, oh, she is. This is before I was sued. This is before a C&D. This is before any of that stuff. I was like, oh yeah, she's nuts. And I just kind of like rolled my eyes at it because I'm like, I'm used to dealing with these journalists. I'm used to dealing with these psychotic people, but none of them have ever crossed that line. None of them have ever entered my real life like that. And I was like, that's, you don't do that. I'm a very happily married man. I have 2 kids, great nuclear family. Love my kids more than life itself. Love my wife more than life itself. Couldn't be happier in my family situation that I have right now. And we have a failed journalist that's had 2 abortions, very upset, failed relationship after failed relationship, clearly very frustrated with her own life and where she is. And what does she try to do? She tries to drag me into that world. I'm sorry, Alyssa. Me and you, we're not the same. I have a quality life. I have a quality structure. I have a quality environment that I've built. I put a lot of work, a lot of time into, a lot of effort into. And I'm a very compassionate, caring person with my family. So that shit was crazy. When she DM'd my wife, that was crossing the line like you wouldn't believe. And the fact that she has the audacity to be suing me for harassment after doing that is just wild in itself. But then, back to this point, we have her buddy that she streams consistently with at this point. She's streamed, I believe she played Marvel Rivals with him as well. Now she's saying she's playing this peak game with him or whatever. This is Airbagged, the person that she is friends with. If you want to send videos to Jeff Tarzia stalking Alyssa Mercante, you can email and linked the leadership team email at my wife's hospital with a direct email and link and like one of those input boxes where you can just enter whatever you want and send it away. And it got retweeted a bunch of times, got reshared a bunch of people. And I'd imagine that many people, they replied to him saying that they were going to say something. I'd imagine many people did. And then he followed that up with saying anti-abortion and harasses a woman. Well, first off, what is it illegal to be anti-abortion? Sorry, I'm not in favor of killing kids. But I mean, again, if someone wants to be pro-abortion, apparently you can do that. My personal standpoint is not that, though. I do not agree with that. I think that's horrific. But he says anti-abortion like it's something illegal to be anti-abortion, and harasses a woman about being pro-choice. That's like describe a movie badly. Harass a woman about being pro-choice. This same woman that was, by many accounts, you could infer that she was bragging or at least content with her decision to have the abortions, with her multiple tweets and posts about them over the years. where it didn't seem like she had any remorse at all. And I'm allowed to have my opinion saying, hey, that's kind of up. You're going to be killing multiple kids and not feeling like you're struggling with it. And then you try to cry, oh, wait, no, you don't understand the struggle I had with it that I didn't tell people about. I'm like, save it, because we see what you wrote about it. Don't try to play the victim after you do that. But has a nurse wife. Interesting. Almost like he's trying to find a way to break us up, being like, well, a nurse wife would be pro-choice, so maybe people should try to contact her and say these kind, like, this is how these people think. They're fucking nuts. They have no idea about what an actual functioning relationship is like, because whatever they're doing is like, that's the opposite of a functioning relationship. So that happened. And I was like, oh, so she's streaming with the dude that said that stuff and tried to get people to get my wife fired. And oh, by the way, it doesn't end there. This individual has also threatened to see me at the con, referencing my upcoming invited appearance to a gaming convention. There's a gaming convention I will be going to, Siege, Southeast Game Exchange. I believe it's North Carolina. Or no, South Carolina. I get them mixed up all the time. And he said, you want to keep making shit up? I'll see you at the con. In reference to something where and sharing pictures of my family and stuff, something that I have no idea what the fuck he's even talking about. Genuinely, I think he's saying like what I said was like, it's not him. I'm like, bro, you have a million profiles and a million people that act and talk like you. I don't have the time to figure out who you are and which ones aren't you. And then you try to blame that on me. That ain't working. And then you say, you want to keep making shit up? I'll see you at the con. Bro, that is insane. That is insane to say that, like publicly. But this is who we're dealing with. And clearly, Alyssa knows all this about him. She's not, well, I was going to say she's not an idiot, but that's definitely debatable. She's not ignorant to what's happening right now. So she knows that this person has serial harassed myself and my family, posted pictures of my kids, come at my old job. Oh, that's another thing. He came at my old job too. And also is threatening me for a convention that I'll be going to. She seems to have no issue to continue being friends with him. So, I mean, again, says more about her than anything. And we'll leave it with this one. 8-Bit Eric says, Airbagged blamed Smash for getting doxxed last night on his stream, which I did not watch, nor did I care to. I believe the quote was, suck my effing Smash, even though Smash never doxed him. I never doxed him. I don't even know where this guy lives. I don't know what the hell he's even talking about, like genuinely. But that's what these people do. They throw out accusations just hoping that it sticks. They'll say something crazy, be like, well, he doxed me. It's like, what? No, I didn't. What the hell? Like, you can't just say that. But the words are meaningless. They're hoping just idiots online that aren't paying attention to the story are just like, oh, okay, I'll pick up on the tea leaves. That's what's happening. Oh, Smash must be a really bad guy. And for a while, it was working. For a while, there were a lot of people like, dude, you're a dick. And then they actually like look at the situation and talk to me and they're like, oh, I just believe the wrong people. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do anything that they're saying, but this is what they do because they try to get people on their side by just throwing shit out there. Meanwhile, Airbagged is the one who leaked Smash's info and tweeted it out. Oh, that's another thing he did. After I got sued, he quote tweeted Alyssa with the lawsuit and telling people the page that my address was on and sharing that and having that retweeted out there saying, check out this page. Oh my God. And it's his address or something like that. Enabling his followers to spread it. All of this over defending someone who actually messaged Smash's wife and exposed his home. That's real harassment. That, I mean, this, I wish there was like bold, like that. They think they're being harassed. I'm actually being harassed. And Alyssa, she's out here blaming tweets and videos for her own backlash while openly hanging out with Airbagged. Wild double standard, which again, banger tweet by 8-Bit Eric. And I am very hopeful that there will be a resolution to this lawsuit in my favor. and then I will take it from there with what I need to do next. But I am definitely not comfortable in the current situation, especially with how she continues throughout all of this to come at me. So, Alyssa, while you're in here taking notes, just take a note of that as well. And I will leave that there.